We spend almost every waking hour playing a role. We are employees, parents, siblings, partners. And because we pour our entire identities into these temporary masks, our emotional state is constantly at their mercy, swinging violently from the elation of a promotion to the devastation of a breakup. To escape this exhausting emotional roller coaster, it feels like the only option is to drop everything. Is the only path to peace walking away from our careers and relationships to live in absolute isolation? History offers a different perspective. In 322-8 BCE, a child was born who would live for 125 years in the center of political chaos and catastrophic war. Yet he is defined entirely by his unwavering peace. Despite facing relentless assassination attempts and managing the collapse of empires, Sri Krishna navigated his entire century-plus life with a legendary, permanent smile. He thrived by mastering a specific way of being. He performed every role flawlessly, yet remained internally separate from the drama of the results. His life began in absolute turbulence. Born in a locked prison cell to escape a murderous, tyrannical uncle, he was secretly smuggled away in the dead of night to the quiet villages of Vrindavan. Here, he fully committed to his first role as a mischievous cowherd. He played, joked, and famously stole butter from the neighbors, earning the name Chitta Chora, the one who steals the mind. As he grew, he took on the role of the beloved companion to the village women, the gopis. He engaged them in a love so intense it reached the level of divine ecstasy, merging their individual identities into a vision of the absolute. Then, at the height of this connection, he left Vrindavan forever. The pain of his departure drove the gopis into a fever pitch of remembrance, where they began to see his presence in the trees, the rivers, the mountains, and eventually within their own selves. By removing his physical presence, he showed that the most intense engagement can lead to a state where the joy no longer depends on possessing the object of your love. Stepping into adulthood, he traveled back to Mathura, confronted his murderous uncle, and ended his reign, restoring justice to a fractured land. He then moved into the role of a ruler, establishing a massive kingdom in Dwaraka, managing the immense political and social duties of a king. His reign was defined by relentless waves of external crises and shifting alliances, yet he treated victory and defeat as passing weather, remaining entirely unmoved by the chaos of the crown. Krishna demonstrated that a person can carry the weight of a nation and face constant external pressure without letting a single shadow of sorrow cloud their face. This brings us to his most famous role, not as a king, but serving as a simple charioteer for the warrior Arjuna, right as the catastrophic Mahabharata war was about to begin. As the two armies prepared to clash, Krishna delivered his 701-verse instruction for living, the Bhagavad Gita. He took complex spiritual knowledge previously reserved for monks in the silence of the Himalayas and dropped it directly into the noise of the marketplace. His instruction to Arjuna was to stay on the battlefield. He told him to perform his worldly duties with excellence while abandoning any emotional attachment to the final result. It is like keeping a piece of chocolate on your tongue without allowing your mouth to water. You participate in the world fully, but you remain insulated from the emotional fallout of success or failure. Real victory occurs when you change how you operate within the battle, maintaining internal stillness while the action is at its peak. In 3102 BCE, at the age of 125, Krishna's journey ended when he was accidentally shot by a hunter in a forest. In his final moments, he used his last breath to bless the hunter. He left his body with the same beatific smile he had maintained since birth. His life provides a map for daily life. It suggests the spiritual path isn't just for monks, but anyone navigating the modern world. We commit fiercely to our families, to our careers, and our activism. We can pour our energy into the world without being consumed by the inevitable fires of loss or disappointment. By recognizing our lives as a series of temporary roles, while knowing our inner nature remains untouched, we can navigate our own battlefields with an unbreakable smile.